Hello, everybody. I think I need like a sign on and a sign off. Um, so I was thinking about reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated, or I'm still alive as my sign on, and I'm thinking about okay, cool beans as my sign off. I'll try that out. Those are the two I'm working with right now. Anybody have any suggestions? Comment below. What else is happening? Oh, I think one big thing that I've always been told about the internet, even before it was web pages, like since its creation, that once something is created and it's out there, and it's, you put it out there, it is always out there and it's never going away. I have had my Facebook page, which is the one that I've had the longest running. I think I mentioned before that this is actually my second YouTube page. I have another YouTube page that where I was doing the patron saint of mediocrity, and I was going to have this whole thing, and it was while I was living in North Carolina at the time, and I was going to do this whole thing with it, and it never really amounted to much, and I kind of dropped it, and I think the videos are, I think when I looked at it, the videos are still there. So unlike what I'm about to talk about, YouTube has kept those videos, and they're, you can probably search for them, and they're there, doing the interweb stuff. But where Facebook is concerned, that's a whole different animal. And even Twitter, to some extent, people have talked about how the tweets are, I know James Gunn got fired for doing tweets, years ago, 6 or 7 years ago, or a decade ago, or whatever, and that's why he got fired from Guardians of the Galaxy 3 before being reinstated. And, there's a big uproar about the fact that, they're using old tweets and tweets he's already apologized for and tweets that he tried to remove. And somehow they still remained. Again, Facebook is a little bit different in the fact that I've had Facebook since its inception. I had it as soon as it left Harvard and went to as college-only students. I was in college at the time. I set up a Facebook page then. It was kind of like a dating app type of deal going on, but you can comment on it, things, and I used to comment on lots of things going on at college, and things I was doing at college, and I basically, just used to keep it kind of as my little own personal journal. What I wanted to eventually do, even back then, I was going to have I wanted to do a novel or a book of my college life, and it was just going to chronicle all the posts and stuff like that I did way back when. So it has been a year and a half. It's been a while. I think it was August of 2019. I was like, you know what? I'm going to finally just do the journal thing and just maybe even do it in several books. And just take all especially the long post, not talk about ate a cheeseburger or something like that, or this is any advertisements and stuff like that. I would take all those things out, but like keep the movie reviews that I've done, and usually the long posts that nobody reads that I've been posting since day one, and convert them into novel form, and just here's my book. And so I went back. Like I said, this is over a year ago that I did this. I went back, and it's all gone. And I even made a request to Facebook to reinstate, or to at least archive and give me those old posts. And Facebook said that they don't even have them anymore. And I was kind of upset and kind of like dismayed by that. It wasn't the reason that I quit. It wasn't the reason that I actually quit Facebook. But it was definitely a part of it, because I kind of just like dropped the ball. But I went back to look at a lot of the old posts that I did, and there were particular ones that I was actually looking for, because they were the more controversial, especially the comments. The comments were very controversial, and I wanted to pull those out, and I wanted to be like going, yeah, these are the controversial things that I said. And I know that if it wasn't my own comment, if I didn't start the post, I kind of realized that any comments that I made could get lost, could get deleted, and there's no way to find them, and that they're gone. And I accept that. I accept that on somebody else's post or thread. Somebody who made the post and then went through and basically got rid of their post. It's gone. So I went back and I looked at these controversial threads that I had, and my posts were missing. My post on the entire threads were gone. I couldn't find them, and I was like, what is going on? I talked to people on Facebook, and they were like going, we have no idea what's happening there. So what I tried to do was I tried to find them, because I did have to block people because they were very harassing. Could have been even detrimental to my job for the things that they were saying, and it was not good to unblock them. But I unblocked them just to see if it was me that was keeping me from my own post. And no, that's not the case either. And I was just like, I was hoping to have at least conversations that didn't make sense, and I could see what I said and I couldn't see what they said. But if they're the ones who made the comment and I was replying to the comment, my comment was gone. So I'm probably blocked by them. I guess that's what happened. But I was like, wasn't I told that this is how it is? Like, once you post it up there, no matter what you say, no matter what you say, even if it's, you didn't mean it, or you were joking, or whatever the reason you posted something that you're ashamed of, I always felt that it was going to be there. So just recently, and I did do my final post on Facebook to try to get people to who were friends of mine on Facebook to actually come over and start looking at my channel. But I wasn't just there for that. What I was there for is to look at the post, and I've been with Facebook. Has it been 30? It's been probably 30 years. And yeah, it's been 30 years. So 30 years, or almost 30 years. Maybe it's less than 30 years. I can't remember what year we actually got Rutgers University got access to the Facebook thing, but I was journaling with it, and I thought I would keep those journals, and they're all gone. Everything's gone. So it was kept up till last year. It was kept up till when I was living in North Carolina. And I moved from North Carolina to New Hampshire. And when I was living in New Hampshire, those are the only posts left. And not even everything from New Hampshire. It literally seems like they're slowly ticking down and just getting rid of all the posts, all the previous posts. So now I'm missing most of the things that I posted when I lived in New Hampshire, up until the accident with my with the ice cream truck. And that's where it starts. So all my California, everything that happened to me in California, all those posts are gone. Everything that happened to me in North Carolina, all those posts are gone. It's actually kind of upsetting. So I'm actually thinking about, and this is, I've been reading comic books to basically help me work with scripts and everything like that, but I'm actually thinking about now doubling up. I definitely want to finish the Secret Wars series and have Comic Time at least have Secret Wars in there. The Playing With series it's not on hold, but it's basically going to, I'm going to take a kind of a break from at least playing Mechs versus Minions. I might play another game. I'm not going to be alone. So basically those are out there just basically saying like, hey, if you're interested in a tabletop game or in a game, video games, whatever, and you want me to join in, I'll even do like Among Us or something like that with somebody or a group of people. Solo video games are kind of, I'm not really, I'll do them if there's an interest of people watching me play a game. Definitely won't be playing with myself because it'll just be, I'll probably just do it playing and put the game in. But I like the idea of playing with, and I wanted, I like input from others and stuff like that. So we're going to set that aside, and I'm thinking about doing a Facebook series of reading my post, and I'm going to come up with a name for it. Diatribes. One of the biggest issues that a lot of people had is because I would make long posts. And they were long posts for Facebook. And they would be like, oh, it's too much to read. When you hear me read these things, and most of them are going to be under a minute. I mean, these are what people would consider long posts. So anything that takes 30 seconds to read, and this is going to be not just me reading it, but me actually reading it out loud. So I'm actually going to go slower than I would actually if I actually read the post. And it's going to, most of them are going to be under a minute. So I'm probably going to be doing like 2 or 3 or maybe even a dozen for one of these videos. Yeah, it's a lot of working out, but that's the reason why I don't like Facebook. And I thought if I stopped adding and stopped contributing, that Facebook would actually be frozen, and it's actually my stuff's getting lost. It's getting lost in the shuffle. I'm now less than 10 years. And like I said, I've been with Facebook, Facebook I've been with, before Mark Zuckerberg was even a big deal. In fact, MySpace was more popular than Facebook, and I didn't really use Facebook as a social media tool. I was only using it as kind of like here's some of my thoughts, and people who are my friends. And I've had ups and downs with Facebook. I mean, I purged out. I had 800 when I was in California. I had 800 and something odd friends on Facebook, and I purged out down to less than 100. And I even tried to purge it down even further, down to 60. So I was definitely doing like complete purges of whole sets of friends, because I was trying to like lower it down to kind of a core group, especially people who commented. Those are people who commented on the things that I wrote. Those were actually the people I wanted to keep as my friends, because those are the people I wanted to stay interactive with. Not people I agreed with, not people who basically told me what things I wanted to hear, but people who interacted, people who actually read my post and things like that. Those are the people who I want. I want the people who are interactive, there. Not the same thing here on YouTube, because I need to have 1,000 subscribers. So please subscribe. I say I wasn't going to do begging for subscribers, but I don't think people realize. I think there really is a disconnect that like people are coming in and seeing my stuff and just like going, oh, well, he doesn't say like and subscribe, so I guess I'm not going to like and subscribe. And every video that I've seen about that, time and time again, they say that saying those words, people know to do it. Say hit the bell icon, people will hit the bell icon. And I don't know why that is the case. I think that you should have, the freedom to do whatever you want. You do it. If you don't like my stuff and you're not even interested in this, and you just basically got here because a keyword or something like that was interesting to you, and then I understand. I understand why don't subscribe. Don't subscribe to it. There's a whole mess of things that need to happen. So we're getting back to train of thought, small, freaking train of thought like a mouse, or goldfish. My train of thought's like a goldfish. Sorry. Looping it all the way back to Facebook again. Very upset. I was very censored. I felt very censored, and it wasn't even just like old posts that I felt were being censored. It was new posts that were being censored, and it stopped being the comments inside. It started being my actual thread. Like somebody reported my thread, the post that I had, and my thread was getting eliminated. And I'm like, without any review, without even telling me that they were making those changes, and I was very upset by that. And it's one of the reasons why I was just like, I gotta get out of here. I love the friends that I have. I love my family, staying connected with my family. And of course I didn't even use Facebook at all for this entire quarantine, because I was just like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with Facebook ever again. I don't like Facebook. But I'm going to go back into Facebook, and I am going to not steal my own post, but I'm going to save them. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing videos. I'm going to just read out my video. I think I'm not going to say who made the comment. I'm just going to read the comment, and it's going to be a commenter. So, once it's lost, and I won't remember who the commenter is, and I'm not going to save files on my computer and everything like that, because I have many files on my computer, many things that I still need to even go through, writings and stuff like that are just basically just thoughts and stuff like that. They're not lost in my computer, but they're just kind of there, and I don't really access them very much. And so I'm going to try to use this to access real quickly, make videos of it. I don't know if I should do this live. If I do it live, people can comment on the video, especially when I'm reading the comments. So you'll have what the concept is that we're talking about. And if I have live people, I won't even let the comments the comments probably aren't necessary. But one of the reasons why I was thinking about the comments being necessary is because I think that my original post didn't explain certain aspects of the post, and somebody asked a question, or somebody made a snarky remark, and you can actually see me bringing it right back to what the topic was at hand, and why it was important, and I break down the comment itself, why this comment is either irrelevant to the topic at hand, or why, or not even just irrelevant. Why? Here's the answer. Here's the answer that you're looking for. It doesn't deal with this, and then you have comments that are basically, actually change the view of the original post, so it's not this static. That could have multiple meanings. It starts to focus it down, and focus is something that I'm not very good at. So that's the reason why commenters are actually important, and then they're also toxic. And so you have both of the, you have the useful and the toxic, and it's basically the toxic actually serves a purpose, because if you're gonna go away, you're gonna go out into left field, I'm gonna go there with you and show you why we need to get back into the infield, and that's it. And that or why we're up at bat now, and we shouldn't be out here, in left field. Something of that nature. Trying to think, there's a hell of a lot of stuff that's happening. Things are going to definitely change, and I can't tell you whether they're going to be for the better, but it's going to change. It's the way I'm doing things. Microphones going to happen. I might do picture in picture, so I might even start having backdrops and stuff like that, so that I can show what's on the screen. And we'll literally deal with everything as it comes along. There is so much. There's so much work, and it's actually I'm finding it very rewarding. But I'm not doing it like most people do this. Let me give a little light. It seems like it's getting a little boom light. Let there be light. Actually, this light's probably bad. Let's try a different one. You gotta remember, always turn lights on, even with the natural light that I was having earlier. Just make sure that there's plenty of light. So, yeah, I definitely think that the next playing with I'm going to probably do the Gorka Morka hybrid that I did with 40K, and show that, and because that starts out very small and just gets absolutely insanely big very quickly and out of control, and I find that to be a lot of fun. I don't know when I'm going to start that, but I could start that tomorrow if I wanted to. I'm going to have more singing. For some reason, that's the most popular of my videos right now. It's probably because I am singing covers, and people are looking for Billy Joel or Depeche Mode, Pink, and they're running into my video. And sorry, you got stuck with me. If you watch the videos from the early ones all the way up, from the Faster Pussycat, House of Pain, to the videos that I'm doing now, I did 3 right in a row. I still have 1 left to release, but I've released 2 of them. You can definitely, there is a huge difference between, I don't know if it's just because of the sound quality. I don't know whether it's because I don't have to basically be like screaming at the top of my lungs to make the video happen, and I can use a regular voice, which is to me amazing. I definitely noticed that I'm still I'm still maxing out volume wise, but the music is nice and loud. The music's coming in clear. There's something that happened when I was doing them separate. When I'm listening to the music through the headphones and I'm singing it, the time never synced. I couldn't, as much as I tried to edit it, I could not sync up the times together. It just didn't work. And any video that I was doing like that, I can't do that anymore because the music just cannot sync up. I'm just kind of at a loss about it. I am going to try a duet. Singing one part of a song, and you can sing the other half. You don't have to record it. You can just sing with me if you want at home. Nobody's watching you. You're not being recorded. If you want to send me back a video of you singing with me, that would be awesome. I would love it. But you don't have to. It's for your use. And I'll pick out a really good duet song and sing one of the parts of it. But if people like that, I'll do more of them. I didn't even realize it how many duet songs there are out there, but there's a lot of them. So, and we can see how that works out. Like I said, the singing, I can't sing, and I'm still like even surprising myself. But then again, I'm dealing with tens of views as opposed to hundreds or thousands of views or millions of views. Like if I had 1 million views on a video, I would definitely be like going, that video is popular. And looking at one that's only has like 250,000, I'd be like going, oh yeah, those things that I'm doing in that video is what people are responding to. But when you're dealing, in less than 100, less than 50, in some cases, less than 20. I mean, Comic Time, I think the 1st and the 6th, And I think it's the thing that I don't know why that is, but the first comic time and the sixth comic time have 6 or 7 views. I mean, that's it. That's 6 or 7 views, and I think one of the views is me. And the rest of them only have like 1 or 2 views, and like one of those views is probably me. So it's like, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of interest in the reading of comic books, but does it? My audience is, right now I believe I have 6 subscribers. So out of the 6 subscribers that I have, they're not, they haven't reached down to the comic time, which is it would be at the bottom of my list. They're not reaching all the way down to the bottom of the page to watch the rest of the comic time videos or Secret Wars videos, because there's going to be 12 of them, and I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I don't, and nobody's watching. Out of the ones that I have more than 2 or 3, nobody's watching. Nobody's watching. The people who've come in are only watching it for a short period of time. Maybe I believe 35 seconds is my average. So that means that since I watched it all the way through and it's about a half hour long. If it's 35 seconds, that means that people are coming in and literally like, oh no, don't want to be here, and they're only recording a second. So if they're a view for a second, maybe that's what that's my balance. I don't know. I don't know how the matrix works, and I'm gonna figure. Actually, it's not just me. We're gonna all figure this out together, and I'm just gonna report on what I see, and. I think that's where we should end this for now. Again, lots to look forward to. I've definitely surpassed the 30 videos, which was the benchmark that I originally set before launching the site. But I'm advertising a little bit, to see, kind of get especially people I know. To watch the videos and see how they're taking it, because the people I know at least will give me feedback, if not in comments, but in real life. But before I start getting into the strangers or people I don't know, we're gonna figure that out. And I definitely want to I'm going to try to get my next benchmark is 100 videos. So I think if I have 100 videos under my belt and a pretty good idea of where I'm going to take this channel, I keep calling it a page, where I'm taking this channel, don't turn that dial. Where I'm going to find out where I want to take this channel. I'm going to have hopefully a really good idea after 100 videos of what's working best. How are we getting feedback and stuff like that. So 100 is where I'm working toward. And then we'll see from there. All right. So sounds good. Cool beans, and we're out.